Hello, good people. Todd Shannon, data scientist, social commentator, getter of the buckets, and today we have exclusive footage of the planning of the insurrection on January 6th with none other than Donald J. Trump at the helm in the war room as they plan to defraud the American people of their rightful votes. Now, this is a bit of a reenactment, admittedly. It's kind of a dramatization, if you will. All right. But we do have this exclusive dramatization, kind of a recreation of the situation in the January 6th war room. So we're going to go right into it. This is brought to you exclusively by Freedom Tunes. Let's get into it.
Okay, everyone. Tomorrow's the big day, so I want you to all listen up. It all starts with me. Donald J. Trump, master order. I could convince anyone to do anything while speaking to a crowd of millions of my adoring fans. I'll use my incredible dog whistling powers to say, let's go protest peacefully, which all of them will know is a secret code for go overthrow the government.
First of all, let's just appreciate the amazing Zen-like skills of one Donald J. Trump, because when Donald Trump says something, all of his followers know exactly what he means, no matter what the words he uses. It's almost like he telekinetically communicates to his supporters because he has complete mind control over everyone who's ever voted for him and whoever thought he was a good president. That's the only way you could think Donald J. Trump was a good president, is if he was inside of your brain, like literally, like controlling your thoughts, right? So regardless of the words he says, he says it was dog whistling, but I think he's being modest here. He's actually controlling through the medulla oblongata, right? He's actually controlling the minds of his adoring, and I would say fans. That's probably more like it, not his voters, but his fans. Let's continue.
Then everyone is just going to stand around for a while and hope the police open the doors for us. That's how most of you are going to get in.
Wait, we have to count on them? Can't you as president do something to get us inside?
No, wrong. I want our entire plan to hinge on the cops there being really friendly and waving us into the Capitol.
Right, just a classic example of Donald J. Trump's 4D chess. You ever heard of reverse psychology? This is like that, but like to the 10th power. Okay.
Okay.
That's where you come in, Walker. Walker has the ability to walk inside of places. Walker, once those doors are open, I'm going to need you to walk inside,
Brilliant.
meeting other people.
Brilliant.
Do you think
Absolutely
you can pull that
brilliant.
off?
I was born ready, Mr. President.
Perfect. Then comes Q Shaman, the wild card. Will he walk in with you? Will he break it by himself? We don't know. What matters is Q Shaman has the ability to politely ask for things. He does it almost every day.
Q Shaman. I like that. I like that pronunciation. That's what I'm going to call him. Not Q Shaman, but Q Shaman.
Once you get inside the Capitol, I'm going to need you to use those skills to politely ask the police to bring you into the Senate chamber. Once inside, you'll say a prayer of thanksgiving for their help.
Brilliant. The perfect plan. No one in a million years.
Hang on a second. Look how they clowning Mitch McConnell right here. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on a second.
Politely ask the police to bring you into the Senate chamber. Once
Look at Mitch McConnell. Oh man, they got him looking like a straight up frog, like a reptile. That's brutal. Okay.
inside, you'll say a prayer of thanksgiving for their help.
Brilliant. The perfect plan. No one in a million years would ever believe anyone would come up with such a convoluted scheme.
No
yeah,
one.
sure, brilliant. But
That's the brilliance
again,
of it.
if the police don't open the doors for us or only open them on one side of the building, no one's gonna get in.
That's where our secret weapon comes in. Ray Epps.
Oh, please. What's this guy gonna... All hell, Ray Epps.
Ray Epps, the most brilliant hypnotist in the world.
Makes sense.
He'll go around hypnotizing people to enter the Capitol, encouraging them to breach barriers. And if he gets caught on camera, he'll just hypnotize the world into not arresting him. Ray, are you up for it?
Sure, I could do that.
Then I'll use my powers to stop them from certifying the election. No, I can't risk you going inside. Your powers are far too valuable to me.
Far too valuable.
That's why we've got Chanty. Chanty has the uncanny ability to chant things in such a contagious way that others chant with her. She'll walk down the hallway and chant, "Stop the steal." Once the whole crowd is doing it, they'll have no choice but to give me a second term, and it'll definitely totally count.
Yes, it will! Yes, it will!
Yes, it
will. Yes, it will.
That
I mean, can't you see this? I mean, I got to tell you, this is brilliant, but also very diabolical. You know, only one as evil as Donald J. Trump could ever conceive of such a master manipulative plan. I mean, this is almost, this is obscene. We shouldn't even be watching this. We shouldn't even be bearing witness to this evil. Let's continue.
That's our plan. That's how you're gonna overthrow the government. That would never work. And if it did, it would immediately be overturned. Dude, you're the president. You control the military. If you wanted to overthrow the government, you could just...
Naysayer. Naysayer has the ability to point out that a plan makes absolutely no sense, and you would be an idiot to think it ever happened. His role in all of this is to get fired right now. Naysayer, you're fired.
Wow.
Naysayer deserves to be fired. You see, because when people say things like, you know, if Donald Trump really wanted to overthrow the government, why wouldn't he have the military arrest the people in the Senate, or have Mike Pence arrested because he didn't do what he asked, or whatever. And when people ask that, they are really just trying to distract from the real issue, right? Not that Donald Trump said, you know, let's peacefully protest and whatever. They're just trying to get you off your square, because what's really happening is by 4D chess and reverse psychology, and by saying and doing things where he actually means the opposite, and also relying on the multiple failures of the Democrat Party to secure the Capitol building, and also relying on them to open the door. See, he basically leaves an untraceable plan, right? Where eventually it didn't actually work, but it would have been brilliant if it had worked, right? And it would have been completely incapable to be tied back to him because of, you know, the 4D chessness of it all.
Oh?
Next, you're all going to need to make sure to walk through the felt ropes once you enter the Capitol, so as to not make any kind of mess.
I don't need to pray today.
And there you have it, friends. There you have it. The full, exclusive, not footage, right? It was a dramatization and a reenactment, but I think a good one nonetheless. I think it captured the spirit of J6, and I, for one, think Donald Trump should go to prison forever. I think actually he should go to prison, and then once he is deceased, I think they should keep his casket in prison, right, with his remains in prison. He should serve a life sentence, and then he should serve like a death sentence, not like a death sentence like where you would like kill him, but he should serve his sentence while he's dead, because that is so diabolical that it cannot be put into words. Now, there are some naysayers, some other people who have, you know, obviously your conspiracy theorists that say that there are people on the left who effectively kind of concocted this whole thing where they, like, for example, Ray Epps, him being a plant, where he encouraged people to go into the Capitol, and then they arrested anyone who did anything remotely that could be construed as breaking the law. And then the main guy that was actually egging everyone to go on into the Capitol, like, they didn't arrest him, and everybody thought that was weird. But see, that's just a distraction, you see, because they were trying to get you off your square. And then we learned just recently that apparently a lot of the evidence that would have been discoverable during this January 6th trial and the indictments that Donald Trump has faced, we learned that the Democrats lost that material, which I find bizarre, right? But this is, again, more conspiracy theories. The Republicans probably stole it, right? Instead of the Democrats losing it, because they wanted to make it seem like the Democrats were hiding evidence, which of course is absurd. But let's read this. It says, first on Fox, the House. Oh, I'm reading the. I'm reading the headline. Whatever. It says the House Select Committee that investigated the Capitol riot on January 6th 2021 failed to adequately preserve documents, data, and video dispositions, including communications it had with the Biden White House that they are still missing, according to the Republican lawmaker overseeing the GOP investigation into the committee's work. The now disbanded J6 committee, which is run by Democrats and included only 2 GOP members, has also failed to provide any evidence that it looked into Capitol Hill security failures on the day of the riot. Now, see, there's another conspiracy theory angle right there, because now they're saying, well, now they want to see, well, what were the security failures, right? And there was this one guy who was the Capitol police chief, who Tucker Carlson talked to before he got ousted from Fox News, who said, there were multiple things that they didn't tell us about. There were reports that there was a request for more security at the Capitol, and it was denied. And Nancy Pelosi has something to do with it. And then there was obviously Ray Epps and him egging people on, and the whole weird thing about him not being prosecuted. And so all this is conspiracy theories. And to top it off, they have the audacity to point out that the Democrat Party lost evidence that would have been critical to during the discovery phase. So I just think that if you don't think Donald Trump is the most evil person ever, you're a bad person. You do not deserve to live. Probably. Maybe you deserve to live, but you shouldn't be an American citizen. You certainly should never vote again. And maybe you should go to prison as well, because you're a co-conspirator of one Donald J. Trump. Okay? So I'm just saying. Let's read some more. It says, Loudermilk said his staff has had difficulty gathering all the information it needs to investigate Representative Benny Thompson's handling of the J6 investigation. Part of our task as this oversight subcommittee is to actually address the security failures, look into how it happened. How were these folks able to get into the Capitol? Loudermilk said. He said the documents they obtained came over in boxes and was completely unorganized. The idea that Democrats would not have organized data for what is effectively the worst day in American history, almost as bad, or maybe even worse than 9/11 or D-Day or whatever, where thousands of American soldiers died. This January 6th situation is clearly worse than that. And the idea that they wouldn't be organized and the data they collected, this mountain of evidence that January 6th was the worst day ever and that Donald Trump is a criminal, a war criminal, mind you, that is just hogwash. It's a smear campaign. I demand justice. And henceforth, I renounce everyone who supports Donald J. Trump or whatever. Let me know what you think. Do you think this is pure hogwash? Do you think that the Trumpers, the MAGA people, all of them should go to prison? Probably they should. Probably they should. I don't know. Maybe they should. Let me know, friends. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Okay? And if you haven't caught the flavor of this video, then you're a little slow in the uptake, but I'll forgive you. Let me know, friends. Till next time, God bless you.